I'm also curious about this. It's quite unusual to have a presentation sitting in front of a desk, so I try my best. So my name is Christoph Zimmermann, and I'm from the public domain project. At the public domain project, I'm the server administrator at the moment, and I do a lot of technical support and solve technical questions in the background, and metadata questions, connection questions, file format questions, and all these kinds of geeky things in the background. Flisch is also here in Hong Kong together with us at the WIKIMEDIA CH booth. He is our music historian, working with all records. He's also by himself a record collector. He's also doing all the copyright investigation stuff in the background and supporting the radio stations we see later. You can always talk to him here in Hong Kong too. Short overview over my presentation, some introduction, what the public domain is all about, then some short background for the copyright law for anyone who is not up to the level about it, then parts of our project, then our own digitization process, short outlook, and because time is short for the presentations here, I ask you to go for questions and answers to the WIKIMEDIA CH booth on the chapter village. That we have a lot of time to speak about any of the questions you have and all the good ideas you might have for our project. So the basic goal of the public domain project is to collect, protect, and make and enable access to music records. That's right on the line of WIKIMEDIA and WIKIMEDIA Foundation that we have to protect our cultural heritage. All the land projects are working in this field, and also to when we protect stuff, we also have to make it open and accessible and usable by people else. Nobody cares about all records in the basement. Nobody knows that they are there. So enable access means digitization, bring them online, make them useful. So our project was independently funded in Switzerland in 2009. So we are connected to the WIKIMEDIA movement, but we are a own running project. In 2009 we went online. 2010 we won a prize in a competition held by WIKIMEDIA Germany. This gave us the opportunity to buy a laser turntable. You see this one later. 2011, another Swiss collector joined our project and bringing in 30,000 additional records to our collection. And last autumn, the Swiss Foundation Public Domain was officially registered as a charity foundation in Switzerland, so we also have now the legal background to keep our project running. some facts. We already have about 50,000 records we store in our archive. From these 50,000 records, there are more or less 700 digitized files already available online. We've rented a small archive room. It's not properly climatized. The one we have now, it's a short-term solution, about 50 square meters big. We are a small project. We are only 6 people running this project at the moment, and anything is paid by ourselves at the moment. We are really happy that we got support by Wikimedia CH, paying us the flights to be here on WIKIMEDIA, so thanks to Wikimedia CH for that. Yeah, we are talking about records, 50,000 records. You see a small view on our collection when we move the collection of the second collector who joined in. We here the storage boxes. There are about 50 of them. We have that's a big collection, but we have the second one. It's So you talk about we are not only talking about digital and computer problems. You are also talking about logistical problems and heavy lifting problems, moving stuff around. So we digitize music. We digitize music that is out of copyright. There's no copyright on it, so it's free to use. So that means we provide for you as a user, as a musician, as a creative person, we provide music that you can freely use for anything you would like to do with music. So you can do, for example, online radio streaming with it. You can use it for podcasts. You can use it for background music, for example. Here at WIKIMEDIA, I already met a Brazilian girl who is using our music to replace the background music inside videos from NASA. NASA is using licensed music, so she is not able to upload the original NASA video files to WIKIMEDIA Commons. So she replaces the background music in these videos by music that she gets from our project, WIKIMEDIA Commons, to make a new video out of it that is compatible with the licensing scheme in Commons. It's one way how we enhance the whole WIKIMEDIA movement. And yeah, it's free music, so don't have to ask anybody. Just use it. But this brings me to the next chapter, short introduction about copyright law when it comes to copyright law versus public domain. In every country, the copyright law itself is a time-limited protection for the creative works. So after this protected time, the copyright law, the copyright protection expires. After copyright expires, a work falls into the public domain. That's a closed legal term in the English-speaking world. When you're a German speaker, there is the same term with the same meaning. It's called gemeinfrei. In French, it's domaine public. In the other languages, I don't know the exact legal term. I hope there are good articles in Wikipedia with the correct inter-wiki links in the other languages. Well, so it's important to know that copyright protection and public domain is really opposite of each other. So when you are talking about copyright law and time-limited protection. We are asking now how long is something protected. In Wikipedia, there is a really nice, colorful map you can find where a researcher colored all the countries in different colors, where the color represents a copyright protecting time. So every country with the same color has the same length of protection. And you see it's colorful. That means it's complicated. That's all what you should get from this picture. So our project, foundation and the servers are located in Switzerland, so we have to obey the Swiss copyright law. In Switzerland, it's currently protection time 70 years after the death of the author. There could be more than one author on the work. And 50 years after the first release of a certain work, public release. Another possibility for a project to accept music files would be that the author, the creator itself, decides to release his own work to the public. So, for example, applying a CC BY, Creative Commons BY license, or applying the Creative Commons public domain CC0 license. CC0 license is made exactly for that the creator is able to say, my work is licensed like it would be in the public domain. That's why it also have this separate graphics. So, coming back to our project is divided in several parts. As you see, it looks like Wikipedia. I'm not a web developer, but from that background, and it looks the same. We have different parts, the file archive in the central, then we have a music encyclopedia, and we have own radio streams where we use our own copyright-free music to make online streams out of them. And then, as I said, the legal background is the Swiss Foundation Public Domain. Yeah, short spin-off. We run our own music encyclopedia on purpose. Where it is possible, we use Wikipedia articles, Wikipedia content. But we have a different view what's relevant. For example, when we have an old historic record in our hand, it's relevant. So we need a space where we can add all this information, all this data, without discussing is it relevant or not. And as I said, we are really happy to share all our things and use the content that is already here. And also we try to keep track of more information that would be possible to add to a Wikipedia article. So, for example, which label was it run, who wrote the lyrics, all these kind of things that are needed to write down about a certain record. You see this in a few minutes. Then we have our own foundation as the legal background. We try to get our own money to run our project more or less independently, and also protect our private person from getting sued, and to have a legal base in Switzerland, make it clear that we have the way the Swiss law, nothing else. So I'm talking about digitization and the digitization project. So it's absolutely clear that I'm talking about quality. You can't digitize all stuff in the somehow way, doing it today this way and tomorrow I change something. Yeah. So our project is focused on working like a museum or professional archive would do it. I'm not on the point yet, but that's the great goal. That's why we are searching connections for all the glam people who are coming from the archive museum sites. It was Wikimedia on open access. And that's also why we have partnerships with, for example, the Project Gutenberg, 40-year-old project digitizing public domain books. Another project would be Wikisource, also digitized books. And also should be well known inside the Wikipedia community, the IMSLP, the International Music Store Library Project. They digitize free scores. So they start with scanning, then they retype all the scores, so they are computer readable, reusable, nice scores. You should be able to link to the IMSLP with a simple interwiki link, / double point, there. So our digitizing process which starts with dry and wet cleaning. We are talking about 60, 70, 100-year-old records. You can imagine a lot of them are stored in bad condition, so they are not clean. You have a lot of noise, other things on it when you digitize them without cleaning. Then we digitize them with our studio equipment. We use FLAC files. I have more pictures about that. Yeah, cleaning. Bad example of only 50-year-old record, stored very badly. The other example, it's about 70-year-old, but it was stored in good condition. So just dry cleaning is enough to make a good digitization out of it. The digitization process itself, we are only using professional studio equipment. We record in insanely high 24 bits and 192 kilohertz. We are talking about mono records. We need this high quality to make it possible to produce good restorations out of these records we digitize. We, as the core team, we are focused on digitizing stuff. We need specialized, expensive equipment on it. Restoration and all the other things around, that's something you can do with a normal computer, so it's one thing that is possible to crowdsource. And we are using a free, open, lossless audio format, the FLAC format that is now also very well known in the studio, music studios. And we are using a professional laser turntable. There's only one company in the world who is able to produce a contactless, needleless laser turntable. Costs you around $15,000 in the universal version we have. That's the device we won in the contest at WIKIMEDIA Germany. WIKIMEDIA Germany was very helpful to support our project, bring our project to the next steps, and to give us this device to bring up our digitization process and to give us the opportunity to provide the quality we would like to achieve. Then the next step in the digitization process is copyright investigation. This process is the most time-consuming process of all. That's because of lacking information. We own 2 paper encyclopedias focused on musicians and record labels and stuff like that, both size of 10 to 15 books. Sometimes they're not enough to get all the information we need to see if a work is in the public domain or not. But yeah, we need more help, we need more books. Yeah, and the end result of the copyright investigation, and when we upload some stuff to our wiki, looks like that. On top, we add an info box that looks exactly like the metadata information box in WIKIMEDIA Commons. We use this box to copy all our stuff to WIKIMEDIA Commons. And then we add our own info box with all the additional information we need to report. So we scan also the label in the middle of a report, like picture, and which label it was, numbers that are printed on the report, release date, who was the author, who wrote the lyrics, if it was an independent person, conductors, what type of music it is, then the download links, and then the end result, the bottom you see which country, which areas is this work in the public domain. So in this example, you see it's the public domain since 2011, Europe and Switzerland. It's longer in the public domain in the US, but for example in Mexico, it's still copyrighted. Then we upload all our stuff for our own servers that are located in Switzerland. For us, it's a bit of a problem that the WIKIMEDIA Commons server is in the US. We are allowed to upload stuff that's free in Europe, but not in the US. They close one eye and overlook it. For all the digitization projects inside WIKIMEDIA, it would be helpful to have common servers in different areas where you have to apply different laws. And as I said, all our stuff that is free in the European Union, we also upload to WIKIMEDIA Commons that is usable for any use inside WIKIMEDIA and Wikimedia related projects. And as I said, we protect the records, so we try to do good storing with it. One of the project members developed our own project storing boxes out of sustainable wood. So it fits exactly the records. You can fit 100 records in it, so it's faster to search through your boxes. And we are currently running a crowdfunding project to buy 100 of these boxes. Start with them. Yeah, let me give some short outlook what we plan or what I try to achieve and what people I'm looking for to get in contact. I met some Italian guy who is willing to help us to bring our metadata inside Wikidata. Can you imagine it's highly structured data? It would be, in my opinion, really helpful inside Wikidata. Of course, we need funding. We have to pay rent. We would like to have a public office with all our digitization equipment. Without the public office, it's not possible that present volunteers are able to help us digitization process. The moment it's located in the basement or one of our project members, and yeah, that's not the way how you can involve volunteers. And I would really like to synchronize the metadata with the text inside the files we provide online. I also have an anonymous FTP. So I need to have synchronization between data in the database and the data in the text. Or also when you do backups or mirrors from the files, you still have all the metadata together. In the long term, we are at the moment 5 people from Switzerland and 1 from Germany. We are really welcome to have volunteers and interested people from all over the world. The music is all over the world located, and it has the same problems. It's getting old and it's getting lost when we don't do anything about it. Yeah, so as I said, we are looking for more or less anything. Translators, developers, software developers, Wikidata enthusiasts. Also, we need administrators inside the MediaWiki. We have spam problems. We have all the maintenance stuff. I have no experience with it. We also need backend administrators, server developers. And of course, we also need sponsors, people's money, and we collect records. When you have old records, or know someone, or have a grandfather or grandmother who was collecting records, it would be really helpful if you can keep them, get them, and get in contact with us so we can collect and protect them. I would like to thank our partners, Switzerland and all around, and our new sponsors. And if you like to contact us, you can reach me by email address lissor@PDproject or my colleague Carlo Flisch at PDproject. Thanks.